So excited about this topic, you guys, to get into marriage and the truth about marriage. Just a little background, a little bit more information. Good morning, Erica. A little bit more information about me. I've been married for 20 years. We have 6 kids. And Nadia Melton, if you guys are not following Nadia, you should. Nadia Melton says this. She says, Nadia Melton, thanks, Lex. Okay, you guys, tap dance on these hearts, okay? Just push on the hearts. I love the hearts. It gets me fired up. And of course, you're welcome to share, swipe left and right, because this is a huge subject that people need to hear about marriage, the truth, the real truth about marriage. So Nadia Melton says, if you know 1% more than your neighbor, you consider an expert. So I have 20 years, guys. 20 years experience on marriage. And today I am going to share with you the truth about marriage. So we're going to get right into it. Okay. So my question to you that are watching this, especially my replay viewers. Hi, Nakia. Welcome. So my question to you about marriage is, if you're married. So if you're married, just type in 1 in the chat, just so I can know. Yes, just type in 1 in the chat if you are married. Awesome. Okay, so you're going to get some value. Good. You're going to get this good content right here, guys. So again, if you're just joining me, 20 years of marriage, married my high school sweetheart. We've been together since we were 13 years old. We met in the 6th grade. In our senior, he proposed to me our junior year in high school. We were high school sweethearts, of course, and of course we were also prom king and queen. Okay, so we've had a long history. Okay, and I don't recommend that, by the way. Everybody hears our story. They say, "Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. You guys have been together for so long," But I could tell you, it's just been a lot of highs, a lot of lows, a lot of highs and lows, like a roller coaster. Because we got married at such a young age, we made all our mistakes within our marriage. Okay, I'm just going to be real with you today, okay, because people need to hear that. People look at marriage, they think, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. But marriage, aside from salvation, is the biggest decision that you're going to make in your life. And a lot of people make this decision so, just off the whim. Oh, they see somebody or they start dating someone and they say, oh, this is my husband or this is my wife. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Because this is a decision that has to be calculated. This is a decision that you have to pray about, okay? Because marriage, I was listening to Miles Monroe, and he said marriage can be the greatest attraction or the greatest distraction in your life. And it's the truth. Because you can marry the wrong person, and it will mess up your whole entire destiny by that one choice. Okay, you can marry the right person, and it will literally get you to where what God has intended for you to get to. Okay, so marriage, aside from salvation, is the biggest decision. Some people say, well, buying a house is the biggest decision of your life. Hardly. That is not the truth, okay? Marriage is the biggest decision, aside from salvation, that you will make in your life. So you have to choose wisely, okay? And marriage could be a beautiful danger, okay? Because you need to have what you call patience in marriage. You have to be able to, thank you for the hearts, you have to be able to compromise in a marriage, okay? Marriage cannot be about you. Marriage, as a matter of fact, has to be about the other person. Okay, so that's how serious it is. You have to be willing to die every single day to yourself. And yes, Nakia, so you see that, you feel that too, right? You have to be able to die every single day to yourself. Every day you wake up, it's almost like, how am I going to please this person? That's what you have to say to yourself every single day. It's a dying of self, a daily dying of self every single day. And marriage could be a dream, or it could be a nightmare. You choose, okay? So that's why you have to make the choice. You just cannot just marry anybody. You know what I mean? Because it could literally be a dream, or it could turn to a nightmare quickly, just like that. And you literally will find yourself in a nightmare. And a lot of people feel like, well, as soon as I'm this age, I need to get married. No, You better get yourself together. You better get yourself prepared. You better do a lot of personal development, and you better be ready to what you call serve, because that's what it is. It's like serving the other person. Okay. You preach. Thank you. Make sure you share it, because I'm telling you what I've learned in marriage. You're talking about becoming a better person. You will learn it in your marriage. That is like the best person development that you can get. Okay. What else do I want to share with you? My husband and I'm just going to be real and transparent, because I don't know any other way to be, guys. My husband and I, within our marriage, we made a lot of mistakes. The girl got stories. You hear me? We made a lot of mistakes, but it wasn't until I made the decision. I made the decision one day. I said, you know what? I'm tired of making these same mistakes. I'm tired of going around in circles over and over, doing the same thing and not getting results. So I made a decision to change me, because this is the thing. People get in marriage and they want to change the other person. They feel like, well, if I change him, then, everything's going to be good. Well, if I cause him to change, then, everything's going to be good. But that's not the strategy. Let me tell you the strategy. Here's a secret. Work on yourself. Okay? Die to yourself. You become the person you want to see in him, and watch him change. And that's what I had to do. I just made a decision one day that thank you, Trina. I made the decision one day that I was going to change myself. And when I made that decision, I looked back, I looked at that man, I was like, you know what I mean? Because I literally was the change. I became the change that I wanted to see in him. Because what it is you cannot change the man. The only thing you can do, you can inspire him to change. That's what you could do. You inspire him to change by you changing yourself. And he's going to look at you and he's going to be like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, he's going to literally be confused. And another mistake. Here go another nugget, y'all. Write this down, because this is good. Okay. Another thing that I did with my husband, because we got married so young, I didn't have any examples around me. I didn't have any examples around me of a good marriage for me to follow. I didn't. My parents were divorced. My sisters weren't in great marriages. They were, I never had the example. So, of course, I went in this at 19 years old, thinking that I'm going to, talk this man to change. That I am going to, with my words, with me telling him how bad he is, how terrible he is, how he's not doing this, how he's not doing that. With my words, I was actually speaking death on him instead of life. Okay? So I would straight nugget. I was literally beating him down with my words. And with a man, your words, one word to a man will destroy him. It will destroy him. And that's what I did with my husband. That's what I did. I literally destroyed him with my mouth. And that caused him to go out. Because no man they don't want to hear, all this stuff they're doing. So, they come home and here they are. They're listening to you nag. Oh, how, as soon as my husband literally, he would come in. I've been married 20 years, 20 plus years with 6 children. All right. Imagine that. Okay. So he would literally walk in the house and I'm already going at him. Like, why didn't you call me? Where have you been? Why it took, that movie, the girl named Tasha, because my name's Tasha, so I could relate to her so much. I can't remember the name of the movie she plays in. But her name is Tasha, and she would literally say, okay, why did you take 10 minutes? Okay, why did it take you 5 minutes to get here? And then why did it take you this minute? That's how I was. I would literally ask him, why would it take you this amount of time to get to the store? And why did it take you this time to get home? You know what I mean? But when I figured out I was the problem, that it was, 9 years, awesome. When I figured out that it was myself, I was the problem. I had my self-esteem was so low, you guys. I didn't find value in me. I didn't even love me. I was looking into this man to build me up. I was looking to this man to make me feel good. And I never loved myself, But But once I begin to, learn to love me, learn to value me, and that is when changes began to happen in our marriage. When I stopped speaking death on him, started speaking life to him, started telling him how much he's a great man, and start building him up. Not that I'm perfect or I've arrived. I'm a work in progress, but I started seeing changes in our marriage. Okay. So I just want to encourage you wives today, speak life on your husband. And another thing too, a lot of people think that marriage is mandatory. Marriage is an option. There's a scripture in the Bible that talks about, it's in Matthew, and it talks about, it is better even not to marry. It's better not to marry, because marriage is work. It's a lot of work. And a lot of people feel like, oh, I'm going to go to the altar. That's how I was. And I'm going to just say these vows and we're going to live happily ever after. That is not the story. Okay. And a lot of people spend thousands of dollars on a wedding and never invest in their marriage. You know what I mean? I would rather spend money on my marriage and opposed to spending spending money on the wedding, because the wedding is like this, just a few hours, but the marriage is a lifetime. And so I encourage you, stick it in there. Unless, the only time I don't ever advise people to get a divorce unless, of course, you're in an abusive relationship. But I'm telling you, the stuff that my husband and I have been through, and I'm going to be coming on here this week. This week, I'm going to be focusing on marriage. And this is my day 3, by the way. I forgot to tell you guys this. I'm scoping for 30 straight days. So this is my day 3. So this week, I'm going to focus on marriage. So follow me. So I'm going to be scoping every day between 10:30 and 12. Okay. But I'm going to be focusing on marriage today. So what it is, I am trying to find my niche here on Periscope. So I'm doing my passions. Every week I choose a passion of mine and I'm going to focus on that. And I'm going to find my brand here on Periscope. So I appreciate you for, coming on and just listening to me. You found it, girl. You see the passion, right? But I am also passionate about personal development. It changed my life. Passionate about, speaking into people's lives and, seeing purpose in them. I just love that. Personal development changed my life. And of course, I'm passionate about working out, health and fitness, wellness, putting the right things in your body. Passionate about that. So I'll do a whole week on that as well. So I am so happy that you found value in this content today. If you did, I would love to connect with you on Facebook. My name is Tasha Nestor Paris, and you can see my family. Yesterday, the day before, March 1st, we opened up our website. It's like a skeleton, you guys. So don't even try to go look at it. It's parislife.com, but I've not even put it together yet. But I'm just stepping out this year, and I would love for you to go on this journey with me, especially if you're new to Periscope and you want to just do something different this year. You know what I mean? I'm looking for people to partner up with this year that is looking to get out of their comfort zone, who knows they have purpose in them, but there's just that one thing holding them back. That's who I want to connect with this year. Okay, so if that's you, look me up on Facebook. It's Tasha Nestor Paris. Paris with 2 R's, parislife.com. Yes, but it's skeleton. There's nothing there. But you can look me up on Paris Life. If you go to YouTube, you can find me there too. Paris Life. If you go to YouTube, just type in Paris Life. You will see plenty of videos of my family, my children. They're all beautiful and talented. God has been good to us. So look us up on Paris Life on YouTube. I want to partner. Love you. Love you, Marie. Oh, guys, when Marie gets on Periscope, save her name, Marie Cochran. Okay, that one. Powerhouse. You're talking about having great content. She's a John Maxwell. I just want to give a shout out to her. John Maxwell life coach. Follow her when she comes on here. She is going to crush Periscope. I mean, she just has so much value to give. So make sure you friend Marie Cochran, guys. powerful. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate the love. Thank you for the hearts. I will be on here tomorrow, maybe even tonight. I don't know if I feel a fire. I just want to come on. I'll just jump on just to share some more with you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, if not tonight. God bless and go prove it. Bye-bye.